Hey you guys, so today I'm reviewing Beyond the Gates Season 1, Episode 107. And let me just start off by saying Haley is so full of it. I'm over Haley. Girl, you are so full of it. And your lies has been exposed. I think this basically confirmed that she was lying about that pregnancy. But let's just get right into the episode because Haley's on that bullshit. But the episode starts off where it ended last week with Naomi trying to figure out what Ashley was hiding from her. And basically, Ashley says she wants to tell Naomi, but she can't break HIPAA laws. So basically, Naomi tells her to tell her about a patient without saying the name. So basically, she basically says that Haley came in for an ultrasound, but she didn't. I mean, Haley came in last time she stumbled, but she didn't request an ultrasound. She never got an ultrasound, but without saying the name, so she's not violating HIPAA. So then, Naomi's like, it don't make sense though, cause my dad just showed me this morning a sonogram. And then Ashley's like, huh, are you sure it was a sonogram? And she's like, yes, it was a sonogram. And then basically they're acting confused. And then that's when Ashley's like, well, Danny did say that she thinks that Haley was faking a pregnancy. And then Naomi's like, well, why would Haley fake the pregnancy and this and that and the third? So then Naomi basically ends up leaving, saying she has to confront the situation, and she thanks Ashley for telling her. So then Danny basically is trying to help Haley get to the hospital because Haley, she's bleeding and this and that and the third. But Haley tells Danny to get away from her. She don't need her help. She'd rather get help from a stranger. And then she spots Randy in the crowd and basically asks Randy to take her to the hospital. But Randy lies and says his name's Samuel because I guess he's still in the hiding. I don't know why he's back in town, but that's another story for another day. So then Randy ends up taking at Haley to the hospital, but Haley leaves her phone, and then Danny sees that Bill left the voicemail. So Danny calls Bill and basically tells Bill everything that's going on right before he's about to go on this flight. And Bill basically turns around and goes back to check on Haley. So then Vanessa's talking with Doug, and she's basically trying to convince Doug not to, snitch on Joey and this and that and third. And Doug's basically like, oh, well, you keep screwing him and this and that and third. Basically, long story too short, Vanessa ends up telling Doug that Joey bugged his car and he needs to be careful about what he says. But he can't remove the bug from the car because then Joey will know that Vanessa told him. So he just has to play it cool. And they basically have a hard talk saying that the reason she told him because she still cares for Doug. They're still married. He's still the father of her kids. She's the mother of his kids. So they still got love for each other and care for each other. So then they basically thank each other, and that's that. So then Elon goes to see Joey to confront him about the murder in the park. And then basically Joey tells him to arrest him, and then Elon says he's not going to arrest him, and this and that and third. And they end up shaking hands, and then that's when Jacob walks in and confronts them. So then Jacob confronts them, and Joey walks out the room, and then Jacob and Elon end up going back and forth. And basically, Elon basically says that it ain't no good cop, bad cop, nothing. You've done bad things too when you refuse to arrest Danny and Nicole. So you've done bad things too, and I can get you on for that. So basically, I'm going to determine if I'm going to, put you up on charges for letting those things slide, and also you're on desk duty and this and that and third. So he's basically punishing Jacob for getting his business. So then Vanessa goes to see Joey and basically tells Joey that, Doug has agreed to back off and this and that and third. So then Randy comes back to get Haley's purse and phone, and basically Danny asks Randy basically what's going on with Haley, and he's basically like basically he didn't know. Right when they got to the ER, they took her away, and she was mentioning that she needed her phone first. So he came back for it, and then he said she'll go bring it to her. And he's basically like, she wants to stay away from you, and I suggest that you do because it's stressing her and the baby out. And she's like, you're right. And then she's like, you look familiar. And he's like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. So then Doug ends up trying to call Randy, and then he sees that Randy is out at Orphe Jeans, and he's like, what are you doing back in town? Why are you out and about like this? So then Naomi goes to confront Haley, and Haley's at home chilling like nothing's going on. She's smiling on her phone. I'm like, I'm confused. I'm like, I thought she was having a miscarriage. So then, Bill walks in, and basically, that's when Haley started going to acting mode. She's like, Bill, oh my god, what's going on? She starts crying and everything. He's like, what's going on? She's basically like, Bill, we lost our baby today. And then that's how the episode ended. So that's how the episode ended, and I'll see you guys next for episode 108.